One of the best bands to make a comeback and surge with success based on their music quality alone is Thrice. Ever since 2015's return and 2016's To Be Everywhere is to Be Nowhere, Thrice proved that they are still miles ahead of other younger and even long-running bands. They appear to be just as focused as ever with Palms, the 10th full album for the band. When I first heard their 2016 comeback album and saw them live the following year, I was floored with just how in tune they were with the music and how they hadn't lost a step from 15 years ago. I think I can speak for many when my expectations are high for what Thrice had created for their latest album, as this band has not stopped their work since making their triumphant return. Where To Be Everywhere covered many socio-political themes, Palms is much more symbolic. The basis of the new record, according to Dustin Kensrue, is how an open palm is a visual representation of being open, whether that's accepting the unknown or physically giving and receiving something. The opposite of that being a closed fist. Where people are trying to combat hate with anger, it could be the open palm that helps improve a situation. I love the encompassing premise, and from a band like Thrice who are able to write a bit deeper and make something memorable in that message, this is a great concept to connect everything. Let's be honest, there are plenty of bands with fake anger and cliche writing in the rock world, so to get a band with more focus in songs than complaining about everything is exciting. The opening of the album, Only Us, and the heaviest track on the album, The Gray, definitely have a great vibe and introduction to Thrice's excellent work on their instruments. I can't stress enough how Thrice is one of the most overlooked bands when it comes to precise and clear production and recording, which also translates out to the band's live show. Thrice knows how to play. I love the build to the volume in The Gray, and the 80s synthesizer style from Only Us really sounds like something different from the typical mainstream status quo. These tracks have a different feel while still holding a gritty edge on it. These are the songs worth hearing if you like raw energy from Thrice. This is not the standard sound throughout the album though, as there is a good variety for the most part. What I find myself coming back to are the softer tracks on Palms. Thrice excels on this album with songs like Just Breathe, Everything Belongs, and My Soul, which is a fantastic sequence of tracks. Dustin sounds great with his performance, and the many different styles of guitar work for each song by Teppei adds several layers to the listening experience. Along with all that, there are many unique instrument inclusions, from organ playing in My Soul to what sounds like harp strumming in Blood on Blood. It sounds like Thrice definitely pushed to have a few tracks sound different from each other within Palms. It's what you don't expect in a rock album that you end up appreciating the most here. With all that being said, there is dead space in the album. There are songs that are quite generic and feel like they do not belong here. A Branch in the River and Hold Up a Light are the opposite of how I described other tracks here, in that they are status quo rock tracks that do not offer much. The Dark is memorable lyrically and has good percussion, but it drags and feels flat after a while. While I don't think the softer songs will attract as many listeners to the new album as The Gray did, I think the quieter moments are what will keep people coming back. Lyrically, the album is solid throughout, as well as memorable with lines and choruses, and Palms ends on a good closer with Beyond the Pines. I did not enjoy Palms as much as I enjoyed To Be Everywhere is to Be Nowhere. It just wasn't as engaging of a listen all the way through. That being said, this album still holds up to Thrice's standards, has some solid music, and is definitely worth your time. Overall, Palms has excellent instrumentation and enough songs that will have you hitting the replay button. It may not be as strong as their 2016 album, but it's still refreshing entry in a world of generic mainstream formats. Longtime Thrice fans will be satisfied, and if you enjoyed The Gray and Only Us, then you might find something much deeper if you give this one a chance.